too many open looks out there, Steve. I mean, they were shooting warm-up jumpers. I think that's what happens when you play a weak on the perimeter defensively.
So the open lineup, the Suns. And for Chicago. And the Bulls start out with the ball. It's Mirovic on the wing. The dish to Walton. With the lead pass, here's Mirovic. Mirovic has got the opening field goal of the game for the Bulls.
He's a guy that will take it right into the teeth of the defense. A lot of his points come from inside of 5 feet.
Stripped away. And here we go. The Bulls straight. Down low. Deflected. And here we go with Bobois. Trying to get up the court. Makes the bucket.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Phoenix on defense. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. Back to Mirovic. Hits the jumper from the corner of the floor. Mirovic has got his second bucket. And so here's Phoenix. Let's go quickly over to Boris Burke for an update.
Look, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. He said tonight is all about putting in the extra effort on the defensive end. Coach went on to say, I put up a challenge to each and every one of my players tonight. If every player can keep their opponent from below their normal scoring numbers, they'll get the next practice off. Sounds like good motivation, gentlemen.
Thanks, Doris. And given their scoring talent on the floor, defensive mindedness definitely a key here, guys. Any thoughts?
Well, I agree, Kevin. Playing sound defense has to be their focus. If they can win the battle at that end of the floor, I think they've got a great chance to win. Well, I agree, because if they don't do that, Steve, what happens at the other end isn't going to matter. It'll be futile. Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Well, you hate to be the guy asked to guard it, because it is so dominant, so quick and explosive. You have to stay in front of it.
So it's Chicago now, after the Suns pick up 2. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Herta, and it's good. Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Bobois against Walton. Now here's Bobois. Tee right on him. Here's Smooth. And there's the feed to Booker. Lets it go from deep. Hits the bucket.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect. Nothing less strong.
Dishes it to Bobois. Feeds to Booker. Here's Smooth. Passes it to Bobois. Goes up on the top of the key. And Mirovic pulls it down.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Goes up. Hangs. It's hauled in by the Suns.
I like creativity and the surface finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Bulls trail by 5. He kicks it to Walton. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, back to Mirovic. Inside, and the air, and he lays it up and in.
It looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
And Booker gets to Bobois. They set the pick. He dishes it to Booker. 6 to shoot. Bobois. Fires Green. Shot is no good.
With an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay. You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
To the inside. Here's Booker. 24-point outing in the last game against Atlanta.
Defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percent.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Now, here's Walton. On the wing, Maravich. Here's Teagues. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Suns leading by 3. Maravich has got 6.
I can imagine you're going to hear an earful about this next stop. That's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable. Defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Memphis.
And I don't want to take anything away from their effort in the end, but not a whole lot of fight in the defense they were facing. And they took advantage of that, Steve, as you would expect them to. You got a team that's not showing you any defensive resistance. Show them your killer instinct.
Here's Booker. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's a step back, and it's blocked. And the pass to Maravich. It's stolen by Bobois. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bulls trailed by 3. Maravich dishes to Walton. Back to Maravich. To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Bobois. For the finish. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Yeah, very opportunistic defense there, leading to those points. That's exactly what they'll do to you, Steve. They will pounce on your mistakes.
On the wing, Maravich. Well, in Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. It was right up. Out to Maravich. Checks up a 3, and they will go over the back on the play.
Well, you like it when a guy goes hard to the board, but you have to be smart. Went over his back on that one. Not a good play. I think he was just over anxious.
So Chicago ends up going with the new crew.
It's still early on, Kevin, in this new basketball season for Chicago. Here's where they stand in the NBA ranking. First in scoring. First in assists. They're also number 1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively. And the points that they're scoring, forgive me, you talked about it, was really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Bulls trail by 7. Outside Thomas. Kicks to Green. Stolen by Bargnani. Phillips with the ball. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah,
We've got a moment to see the league leaders in steals. Ricky Rubio scored.
yeah, he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year. No doubt that's where he's done his best work.
Outside for Thomas. And again, no good by Chicago.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on it or not, he's usually going to miss out.
Butler goes in. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Brock Butler has reinvented himself here in the latter stages of his NBA career, Kevin. He used to be a slasher, a guy who would get to the rim. Now he's more of a spot-up shooter, but he's still a player who makes a major impact on the game.
Yeah, he does a good job moving without the ball and causing problems for bigs that are trying to guard him. The thing with Moran is that even though he isn't as tall as some of the post players he faces, he's just as strong and uses his quickness to an advantage.
Here's Green. He had 10 points in the win against Memphis. Pocket 4. Here's Rubio. And nothing is falling for him right now. Suns leading by 9. Pass to Barnett. Shoots from the elbow. That is Young grabs the miss.
Defense got away with one there. I mean, usually it'll hurt you if you give him that kind of a shot.
And the basket by Rubio.
All 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, you got to do a little more to stop it too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some point, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Crowd not happy at all with that ball, Clark.
You know what? I hope these officials, Steve, have thick skin. I know they do because they're hearing it on that call.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Buck. The Monster comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Bobo in for Chauncey Billups. That is good. That's an 11-point Suns lead.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Rubio, the pass to Thompson. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
It's too easy. They're getting whatever they want down there.
You said it, Steve. 5 straight field goals inside for him. The defense has to clamp down here.
Here's Hibbert. And 10 to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Thomas against Bobo. No. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And how's the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment and check it out. Now that the mid-season grind is well underway, take a look at the Lakers and check it out Phoenix. Just a couple of spots back.
I think for the Suns, they've gotten off to exactly the kind of start they were hoping for. It may be just a small sample size, but they've really been impressive.
Well, they've caught me off guard, Clark, because prior to the season, I didn't think they would be very good. But they've been impressive. They've done a nice job of putting together a solid roster. And this team is playing hard for their coach. They're competing on a nightly basis, and they've built some early momentum here in the season.
Now, here's Ariza. Good ball over here by the Sun. That is Young grabs the miss. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Bobo. Thomas kicks to Green. Hibbert with the block. Fast break. Here come the Suns.
Yeah, he flushed that one down and then hung around the marble at his work a little bit.
Getting acquainted with that rim.
And giving the photographers an extra second or two, I guess.
The sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. And here are the Bulls now. The Suns getting the bucket. Young dishes to Thomas. He feeds it to Thompson. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
It's 5 straight hoops in the paint. What a fantastic job of attacking the rim.
Well, see, they're getting the looks that they want down there, so might as well keep going right at the rim. There's no resistance. They're making better.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Here's for 3. Rubio misses. Suns leading by 8. Inside, here's Ariza. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
They built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Thomas passes to Green. Back to Thomas. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. So both teams making some changes here. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Good.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Moose, stolen by Thomas. He passes it to Mirabel. Takes the lead pass. Here's Henry. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ariza, right side. Here's the dish to Bobo. Zero. Takes the 12-footer and hits. 8 points for him.
Both sides really coming out of the gate firing. Guys, it looked like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
Mirovic, good.
That's outstanding in-time improvisation right there.
Here's Bobo. And it's Phoenix scoring again. We've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Suns lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of the split. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing and not doing?
I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing game.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflection that may lead to steal.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Bulls 5 right now. Mirovic is out there with Isaiah Thomas. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Xavier Henry. Here's Bobo. And the Bulls getting the bucket. Outside Matthews. The feed now to Bargnani. Over Thomas. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. This is it for Matthews. Bobo with the ball. Now, Thomas defending. Here's Smooth. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Excellent timing on that tip in. That's something that makes him so good. I mean, just great timing in the air around the basket. Again.
Outside for Thomas. Shoots. That ball. High speed that time for Pete Maravich. Suns leading by 9. Bobo outside. Feeds to Bargnani. Back to Bobo. Hibbert in the high post. Passes it to Bobo. Here's Smooth. 5 to shoot. Bargnani from 13. It's hauled in by Thomas. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. And Thompson kicks to Henry. Goes straight up. The shot is off. Good D by Bobo.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
And here's Bargnani outside. Bulls trail by 9. And reduces to Mirovic. On the money from 12 feet away. Mirovic has got 13 points.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
He takes it to Bargnani. One past the arc. To go.
There he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Here's Mirovic. It's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one.
Points in the paint have been the main course, the main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Take a look at Red Hot, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, that is Young.
Well, after that strong start to this game, he's really picked it up here in the second.
Walton with the steal. Outside, Maravich. Back to Walton. Bulls moving the ball around. Out to Maravich. They pick out to Walton. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Shot misses. Suns leading by 6. Outside, Billups. Outside, Butler. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A chance to take a look at how the Suns are doing right now, early in the season. 6th in blocks, 8th in three-point shooting. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And this is a team that really relies on those blocks that you talked about, Clark, because when they're at their best, they're really challenging every shot. They cover up, they close out on jump shooters, and if you penetrate and get to the rim, they've got a host of shot blockers that are waiting for you.
And it's Victor with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to. Hit away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over the back call there.
And the Suns making a change here. Ariza's checked in. Suns have won 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Walton with the steal. He dishes it to Maravich. To the inside. The kick out to Walton. It's Maravich on the wing. Pocket 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Number 21. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich.
See the way he attacked the smaller defender there?
That's what I call know-how. He knows how to use his size.
That's good. He has 6.
Yeah, they're not going to miss too many of those. That's high percentage stuff there.
Bulls trail by 8. Higgs. Ariza covering. The pass to Maravich. Pitch to Walton. Back to Maravich. To the middle. And that one's good. Maravich has got 19 points.
You know, he's having a special quarter. 100% field goal shooting. They need to continue to ride it and work to get him good shots.
Now here's Bobois. A 17-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
And he was so good defensively, anticipating every pass. He had a ton of steals in that game.
Here's Booker. 6-point lead. Got a piece of it. On the outside of bounds, Chicago will retain possession. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here is Maravich. 19 points in the game. Higgs loses it covering, and it's rejected. Now here's Bobois. He's got 6. There's the pick. He feeds it to Booker. Driving the clock. Oh, that's quick. And here's the break. Maravich left side. Back to Walton. Number 21. It's easy, 2 points on the layup.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of the last 10 coming inside.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for the Bulls. Ricky Rubio comes in for Maravich. Smooth checked in for Phoenix. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. Suns lead by 5. Low ball outside. Low ball right side. Booker. Covered by Rubio. Just for the shoot. Walton with the steal. And here we go. Rubio heading to the hoop. That's to Young. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Right now, they're just pillow-like inside. Way too soft. Too many looks at and around the hoop.
Yeah, totally agree, Clark. 10 of the last 12 points now that they surrendered have come inside that lane area.
Here's Booker. He has 7. Cuts off the pass. Walton the pass to Young. Goes right up. There's the bucket good. Now just a 1-point Suns lead. The Suns have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5-10. Here's Swoon. In big time. Also a missed shot. The ball shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want, when they want it. And Walton kicks to Rubio. Young dishes to Walton. Shot clock at 6. Rubio outside. With the clock winding down. Goes back up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Way to play in tap mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And it's tied up to that one. The Suns making a change here. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
You know, for a big man, he really strikes those free throws.
With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. We're going to look at Cleveland. And, of course, the Bulls. 2 games back.
You know, looking at Chicago, I mean, this team has been kind of hit or miss to start the season so far. Not really playing up to the high standard they normally expect.
Yeah, an elite team. You know, I think they understand they can play better than this, and they will as the season wears on. They just got to find their rhythm.
Now, here's Walton. 8 points his last outing. That's good. Rubio's got his second best.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
Bargnani. It's all in by the Bulls.
Ill-advised dunker tip there. Aim for the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
Here's Red up. A double clutch. He lays it in. And it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
It was really a non-factor in that first quarter. But he found a way to step it up here.
Now, here is Smith. Not a lot of room. That drops.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shot and typically good things happen.
Chicago calls timeout. Tristan Johnson, he's checked in for the Bulls. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Walton. The Suns making a change here as well. Chauncey Billups is checked in for J.R. Smith. Here's Red Hot. 23 points for him the last game against Memphis.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. It was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
Here's Swoon. The kick out to Matthews. Tries again. It's all in by the Bulls. Red Hawks got 6 rebounds here tonight. Young inside. There's the dish to Thompson. Rejected by Bargnani. 3 for Matthews. That one goes. Go. Matthews has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Thompson, defended by Bargnani. Thompson passes to Thomas. He passes to Thompson. One call is coming off at Thomas's feet. Thomas got 4 assists in the game. Bulls shooting a 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Well, they're shooting more free throws now than they were in the first quarter, and that's always important. Get those easy points when you can.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. I mean, it shows they haven't lost their aggression in terms of creating contact. You know, sometimes teams will build the lead, and then they start driving the car with the parking brake on. They're aggressive.
Gets it to go. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, one thing about him is a terrific finisher at the rim. You let him get in close, you can chalk it up.
For some, it's great touch. For others, it's athleticism. One thing's for sure, though, when you can finish amidst the tall timber, that's the best, highest percentage shot in basketball.
Pocket 6. Rubio outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rubio's got 7 points in the game.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
3 for Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. Matthews against Rubio. It's up. Shot's good from Young. Now it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
Phillips can't hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Thomas, and he finishes nicely on the way.
Hey, look, since the end of the first quarter, he has really come alive.
Suns trail by 8. Here's Booker, and that one's good. Booker's got 11 points.
I like it. They could have gone for the forced finish, but opted instead for kind of a nice smooth finger roll. I like it.
Rubio left side. Here's Renock. Second chance effort, and there's the rejection. And he recovers it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low, and stolen by Hibbert. Fast break, here come the Suns. 0. And down in the low post, it goes. And now it's just a 4-point Bulls lead. And here's Young. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis. Thomas kicks to Thompson. No good.
Terrific defense at the rim. And they got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And the first half ends in a close one. It's the Bulls. They're up by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Good to have you here. This is 2K Sports, and the NBA season is starting to take shape. It'll be the Knicks out in New York against the Cavaliers. In another game that's coming up for the Raptors, they'll be up against the Trailblazers in Portland. So some good interconference play in that one. And one game also on the docket, the Celtics playing in Boston. They'll go up against the Grizzlies. And that's all there is for me here in the studio. Time to send you back to my friend Kevin Hart.
Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Pete Maravich having a dominant impact in this one.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
Setting the floor for the Suns. That's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. Number one, the Bulls.
Kevin, if there's any stat you want to lead the league in, it would certainly be scoring the most points. They've been remarkable in the numbers they put up as a team all season long. It's a reflection of their strength, their balance, and their explosive.
That's 4 of the last 5 buckets now coming into paint area.
They're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intention.
The feed to Booker. Shoots it. The offensive rebound. No good.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Maravich with it. He's picked up by Bobo. To the inside. Here's Thompson. And that one's good. And it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint. And when you can get them, you got to score them.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Well, now we get a chance to check out how Ricky Rubio is looking. 4th in steals, 9th in field goal percentage, and one of the better passers in the league, in the top 20 in assists per game.
Steve, he's a real ace defensively for him when you take a look at his steals per game average. I mean, whether it's getting into the passing lanes or taking the ball from ball handlers, he does both really well.
That's 4 straight field goals coming inside the paint.
Boy, they're taking it right to him, Steve, and the defense has really been way too passive for my liking.
Good on the shot. 7 points in the game.
The offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots, and that's what they've done.
The Bulls leading by 6. Back to Mirovic. Rubio outside. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. No good from Mirovic.
Well, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
It's off his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. This is the Booker. Here's Smooth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Suns back on 2 more. The Bulls have gone 3 or 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Back to Mirovic. Rubio outside. Feeds it to Mirovic. To the paint. He takes it up and brings it in. It just got 23.
You just see them taking it strong into the paint over and over again.
Yeah, that really seems to be the strategy part. Pound it inside.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Here's Boba. And that one's good. The Bulls leading by 4. It's up. And it's blocked. And it's Big Dog with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Walton with the steal.
Well, Butler crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
The kick out to Young. Pass to Wolf. He kicks it to Green. Leads him in there. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Smooth's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight in all. Shot to the eye. And he gets it back. Another shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Bolton with the ball. He's picked up by Bobo. Here's Redhawk. That's good. Redhawk's got 10. Suns trail by 6. He dishes it to Booker. Kicks it to Bobo. I'll call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
How about the game for Fuqua? 12 points and 11 down. Good contribution from him offensively with the assist and also making some nice steals.
You're right, Butler. He's been equal parts creative and disruptive.
The Suns making a switch here. The Bulls leading by 5. Outside, Maravich. Green. That ball. Nice feed that time for Pete Maravich. Maravich has got 5 assists in the game. The Suns have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And Booker kicks the ball. Inside the Hibbert. Here's Smooth. The baseline J. Shot is blocked. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix takes possession. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Smooth. Hibbert with a screen for Butler. Phoenix with the ball. Here's Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him in that range.
Here's Redhawk. Straight up. Redhawk's got 4 points in the game.
Boy, they're showing some confidence here.
Yeah, they are. A lot of confidence, guys. And he's starting to pull away, too.
And the pass to Booker. He feeds it to Ariza. Backing in. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Gets it to go. He's got 10.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hip.
That's how you do it. The bump and the bucket.
The Suns have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season. And rightfully so.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Suns. Free throw, good Butler. Here's Walton, averaging 13 points a contest. Here's Redhawk, takes it up and in on the way. Redhawk's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's been nice, efficient work, guys, that he's been doing. I mean, we haven't seen him take many bad shots, and that's the sign of a mature, poised player.
Hibbert with a screen on Maravich. No ball against Maravich. Hibbert hits the bucket.
And defensively, you've got to try to keep the ball on the perimeter.
Yeah, he's not going to miss those, not often anyway. The defense has to muscle up and deny him that position to have a chance.
Walton against Bobois. The dish to Booker. Pass to Hibbert. Booker in the post. Bobois. Walton defending. Bobois can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Redhawk. And Chicago scoring again.
And the defense has to pick it up a little bit. They're getting bullied inside, guys.
Yeah, they just have not competed well enough. I mean, they've not fought. You want to see fight and aggressive.
And it's Butler missing.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Here's Maravich. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Suns trail by 8. He better get going. The feed to Hibbert. Dishes to Booker. over Young. It's going to be 2 free throws, true contact on the shots.
Looking at the game for the Monsters, he's got 11. Point. A couple of nice steals, too.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Look at the numbers for him on the line this year. 88% on the season. Impressive number.
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
Now the ball shooting has occurred 63% from the field. Thomas averaging 8 points a game. And Young kicks to Rubio and stolen by Billups. Matthews against Young. Here's Hibbert. Second chance shot, and the running layup is good. 12 points for him.
Well, not only does he excel at getting those offensive rebounds, but he's really good getting putbacks and layups off of those boards.
Thomas dishes to Thompson. He passes to Rubio. It's deflected. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 6. The Suns shooting at 52% from the field. They're cooking. Feeds it to Booker. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he did a nice job of getting himself into just enough of an open area to find that spot for his shot.
And Hibbert with the block. And he's able to get it back. Goes back up. And Young with the nice bucket inside. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Well, they keep going inside offensively, guys. They've been very aggressive here.
Got huge advantage in points in the paint. And I think the defense has to make an adjustment to protect the middle.
The Bulls leading by 3. Pass it to Thomas. Hibbert with the rebound. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Matthews. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. Matthews has got his second bucket of the game to go.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Back to Thomas. That's good. Thomas got 6.
Kevin, great finish on the low block. I love it.
Rubio against Billups. Here's Booker. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Billups has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, they really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
Young pass to Thompson. Second chance effort. Billups gets the rebound. Billups has got his 3rd rebound on the night. He kicks to Matthews. Out of bounds. Suns balls. Phoenix keeps possession. With this break in the action, we get to the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. Number 1, the Bulls.
And the beauty of watching this club is seeing the ball move the way it does. This is a very unselfish basketball team.
Here's Booker. And no good. And a chance to take the lead.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps. And they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Exceptional play to take the ball, but still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it. And look to finish the play right there.
And the Suns making a change here. The Bulls shoot their 7th free throw attempt here.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
We've got 1:55 left here on the 3rd quarter. Bobois outside. Here's Smooth. Right now averaging 17 points a game. Count that one. Chicago leading. Outside Thomas. Now Young inside. Gives him the lead pass. Gets it to go. He's got 11. 1:21 left to play here in the third. He dishes it to Booker. Here's Smooth. 6 on the shot clock. Easy with the rebound.
He's playing selfishly now because he's just trying to get as many shots up as he can. Doesn't look at all concerned about his teammates.
Takes it up and put it on the basket. Look at and it's a 6-point Bulls lead. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. And Booker kicks the ball. Here's Smooth. There's a screen to the middle. Number 32. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Really strong performance by them so far in the glass.
You know, the lead they have. And the rebounding category is also part of the reason they're on top of the scoreboard.
Time ball here, the Bulls decide to talk it over. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Here's Rubio. He's got 10. Bulls moving the ball around. That's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. 16 seconds left in the third. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Gets it to go. Rubio's got 12 in the game.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points and roots of this big league, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable. You're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Bulls lead by 8. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. The Bulls leading by 8. They've got Ricky Rubio. He's out there with Maravich. Green out there with Xavier Henry. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. From 11 feet away. Here's Smooth. Another shot. And he sinks the layup. Smooth's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Suns. Here's Teagues. Shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in a space like that.
It's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Possession. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Booker dishes to Bobo. Inside. Here's Smooth. That's good. Smooth's got 4 points this quarter.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
The steal. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play.
Another turnover leading to a bucket.
Okay, they made the most of all these chances they've gotten from turnovers. I mean, it's really fueling their offense right now.
Some changes for Chicago. Ed Ayers jumped in for Green. Young comes in for Xavier Henry. And Walton subbed in for Ricky Rubio. The Bulls shooting extremely well. 62% of the night to this point. Kicks it to Young. The pass to Walton. Just 5 to shoot. And he lays it straight in. And the Bulls lead by 4. Suns have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Back to Bobo. That is good.
Well, he's smart. He's getting good shots and he's knocking them down.
Now Walton. Maravich, the pass to Young. Back to Maravich. And it's Chicago scoring again. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Smooth. He feeds it to Booker. Bobo outside. Puts up a 3. Stuffs it through.
There he goes again, that lower body root canal, clearing out space under the offensive glass.
Yeah, that is an area he absolutely excels in. Dentistry or not.
Does he know the game for that?
It's the Young. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Smooth's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Bobo. And it's Phoenix scoring again. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. There's Reda. Back to Mirovic. Mirovic has got 27. Bobo with the ball. Here's Smooth. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He's really flipped the script with this performance here in the second half.
And Walton gets to Mirovic. Mirovic left side. Changes up. Blocked. And here we go with Bobo. Roaming it up the court. Smooth. Being unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Bulls shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. On the wing, Mirovic. Bulls moving the ball around. There's Reda. And the shot is good. And the Bulls lead by 2. Here's Booker. Bobo outside. Here's Smooth. It's blocked. Mirovic against Bobo. To the paint. Takes it into the teeth of the Indian. Converts the layup. And it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
He's locked in right now, guys. Getting some big shots here in the fourth quarter.
This now to Booker. Out to Bobo. This is the Booker. Second chance shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
The kick out for Walton. It's the lead pass to the inside. Mirovic, good.
Attacking the paint again and again. You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
Bobo against Walton. Wide open look. And he knocks down the jumper. Smooth's got 10 points in just the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. You know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
So for the Bulls. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Hi guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He said nobody but us believed we'd be in this position, and here we are. I'm proud of you guys tonight. Now go finish this thing off.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now the feed to Thompson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
Here's Smooth. Tipped. Gets it to go. Smooth's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's putting the team on his back, trying to keep his team in this thing, and he's doing a pretty good job.
Thomas dishes to Rubio. To the middle. Up with it. Kept alive. Number 21. Here's the block. Here's Booker. And the shot is good. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead. And one misses for Booker. The score now all even. He's got 20.
Now we're really seeing him pound that ball inside.
Total offensive dominance in the lane. That's 6 consecutive points coming in the paint.
Feeds it to Johnson. He passes to Henry. Snatched up. It's again and again. Tristan Thompson. And the Bulls lead by 2.
But Thompson is still very raw. But what's impressed me most in terms of his work so far in the NBA is his motive. Just an outstanding offensive rebounder, high-energy player who brings a ton of effort to the game.
Yeah, that second jump ability, as we call it, to put it back into the deke and recover is very special. And a lot of times rare. His wingspan also allows him to play bigger than his height potential.
You don't want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off there.
Number 21. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Bobrok kicks to Booker. Back to Bobrok. Here's Smooth. Hits the bucket. Smooth's got 14 points here in the second half.
He's just been dominant, trying to dig his team out of the hole.
Thomas passes to Rubio. Back to Thomas. Passes it to Henry. Down low. Ooh, the double clutch. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Henry.
He double pumped the layup and still got it to go. No problem.
14 feet away. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
Dante Green is checked in for the Bulls. Here's Smooth and count it from 19 feet away.
He may single-handedly bring his team back, guys. What a fantastic quarter he's had.
The Bulls leading by 4. Hits it out to Rubio. Back to Thomas. He kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Johnson. And that one's good. Thompson's got 19 points.
He's got the touch they needed here as this one goes down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 for 4, and he knows he needs every basket. I would look for that to continue to get the ball in his hand.
Smooth. It's all in by the Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. Henry dishes to Rubio. Takes it to Henry. Outside Thomas. Rubio outside. To the middle. And There's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Rubio. Thompson's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Suns trail by 8. They've got to push it. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. One falls going off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, it's really hard to defend when you're trying to recover from turning the ball over. Yeah, that's because can't go back in transition, and the offense can just come down and get an easy look on.
The Bulls making a switch here. Here's Bolton. Good. It's a 12-point Bulls lead.
This has been an offensive explosion because they are on fire. How about a volcanic eruption of flash fire? Defensively, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. They just hope that they cool off at some point.
Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. To end the run.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to get into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putback.
Mirovic, good.
And you gotta love what he's been able to do with the ball in his hands in this game.
Timeout call for Suns. They're down by 14. 1:33 left in the fourth. Ricky Rubio checked in for Walton. 1:33 left to play in the final quarter. Shoots from 12. Bobois can't get that one to fall.
That's pretty much how this game is going. They've controlled. Hold the boards and look to come away with the win right here.
Mirovic kicks to Green. The pass to Rubio. It's stolen by Bobois. And here we go with Bobois. Running it up the court. And the shot is good. Smooth's got 20 points.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here. But maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Here's Teams. Off on the left.
And they forced the miss with good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Oh, get it! Oh,
Well, this fella can rise up there with the best of them.
just a crazy finish, guys.
He's one of the few players with the athleticism to pull that off.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. Now, here's Thompson. Defense is right there. How's that for an answer? And he with the dunk.
I think we can chalk this one up. The goal now is just to run some time.
Yeah, I think it's time to get the bus started now, boys.
Here's Bobo. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Smooth. Inside. 0. And the layup falls.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win. I don't know, Clark. This looks over now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And this is all but over.
23 seconds left in the game. Into the Bulls, shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Takes it right up. Thompson misses. Shot on the wing, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls have Here's Bolton. Off target with that shot. And so is Chicago winning this one. The teams play well, but these guys have the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just night show. Very on top of their game.
Well said. And that's it for playoff Steve Kerr. Yours third, this is Kevin Hall. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Pete Maravich.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. Everybody gets knocked down. Everybody gets knocked down. How quick are you gonna get on? How quick are you gonna get on? Everybody gets knocked down. Everybody gets knocked down. How quick are you gonna get on? Just how are you gonna get on? Like Daddy in the jungle, like Nelson in jail, like Simpson on the mountain. With eyes like that, they were bound to fail. Like Tyler in the darkness, like Adams in the dark, like Ludwig Van, oh, I love that man. Well, the guy went dark and didn't give a fuck. No, no, no. This is a public service.